Liberal comedian Bill Maher has come under fire from his base of progressives after his meeting with Donald Trump went far better than expected. The comedian delivered a lengthy monologue on his show where he admitted that he was wrong about the president.
As you know, 12 days ago, I had dinner with President Trump, a dinner that was set up by my friend Kid Rock, because we share a belief that there's got to be something better than hurling insults from 3,000 miles away. And let me first say that to all the people who treated this like it was some kind of summit meeting, you're ridiculous. Like I was going to sign a treaty or something. I have no power. I'm a fucking comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader of anything, except maybe a contingent of centrist-minded people who think there's got to be a better way of running this country than hating each other every minute. So, thank you. So, meet up in person. Maybe it'll be different. Spoiler alert, it was.
Online commentators commended Bill Maher on his realisation, with this person saying, "I don't agree with 80% of Bill's policies, but respect the hell out of him for willing to speak to anyone, including President Trump. This is a great example of unifying America. Gotta respect the president for making time when he doesn't need to." But not everyone agreed. Some of Maher's rusted-on Liberals supported lashes out at him, with this person saying, "This dinner with Trump shows how tone-deaf Maher is. I'm sure the losses we all had to our retirement savings, our federal jobs, or the cuts to Medicaid mean nothing to a multimillionaire like Bill. But they mean something to the rest of us. Shame on you, Bill Maher." But it seems Bill Maher is unbothered by the haters, so much so that he slammed a progressive guest on his show for patronising him, which Piers Morgan then agreed with.
And I think a lot of people out there, fans of yours, people who love you, people who are fans of you, like me, I've been fans of you.
You don't have to patronize me, dude.
Okay.
I don't know you. I never met you.
I'm just saying that this comes from
not
a place
everybody
of
has to
love.
like it.
That's
what we said. There are people who didn't want it to happen at all. You sound like one of them. It's
no,
okay.
No.
But did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Like, what is the alternative to not talking? Just sit at your lunch table and don't talk to anybody?
I talk to him. I've interviewed Trump. Here's the interview.
That's just not an interview. This was not an interview.
I agree with the principle of engagement. I'm just saying, from his perspective, you have to understand that people out there know, all Americans know, that for him this was a PR stunt, and in his view, you were a prop in that PR stunt. Okay.
Yeah, you see, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
That doesn't mean it wasn't the right thing to do. It just
But if you go on social media for 5 minutes now, you just have these tribal fury raging all day long. Everyone's got to be implacably there, implacably here. And actually, most Americans and most Brits, they're not like that.
Sky News host Rita Panahi agreed, celebrating Maher's U-turn, despite the criticism that has followed.
You got the impression that after this meeting, Maher actually likes the president, a man who he has relentlessly attacked for a decade. There you go. It starts with talking. I think we've just seen the birth of a beautiful new bromance and a cure for TDS.
Podcast host Brad Palumbo doubled down on this, saying Bill Maher's meeting with Trump is a good sign for the unity of America moving forward.
Well, I think it's a healthy sign in some ways that even a television host like Bill Maher, who I like, but who is a very liberal, old school liberal and has been very critical of Trump, would go and meet with him and would go and break bread with him and talk about things and get to know him as a person. I think we need more of that in America, because in the previous era of Trump's first term, he would have never done that, because he would have been absolutely savaged by his peers in liberal media and on the Democratic side of the aisle. But I do think something culturally is changing, where people are reaching out more, having more conversations. Some people are getting nasty and cutting each other off, and there's that divisiveness. But at least some people on the left, like Bill Maher, are seeming genuinely curious about what happened? Why did my side lose so badly? Why did so many people go towards Trump? And I appreciate those kinds of good faith efforts. And frankly, more people should follow his lead on this.